Ready for tip-off here, Blakeney. And a Dedinger. Duke it out, and Dedinger knocks it back. Northwest Nazarene has it, and we are off and going. Obi Megwa got it by Gino West. Flips it to his right. Adonis Arms looks to his left. Bazan has it now on the wing. Gives it to Diaz. Diaz drives, puts up a runner. It comes up short. Off the side of the iron, the Vandals secure the board. Here's a pass to Tyson. Takes a three. It's up, and it misses off the back of the iron. Battle for the loose ball, and it was two NNU players underneath the hoop. They were battling with themselves. Adenje and Megwa were the only two guys around it, and they knocked it out of bounds. So Idaho catches a big break there. Inbounds pass to the baseline. Gino West goes to Rodriguez, out to Tyson. Had a straightaway look, drives instead, goes to Allen. Allen cuts towards the basket. Left-handed lane is up. It's no good. Ball tipped around. Blakeney gets the board. Blakeney pivoting around in the middle of the key. The ball stripped away, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Nighthawks. Nighthawks, of course, a recent nickname for Northwest Nazarene. That one takes a little bit more getting used to, but Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. Gino West, inbounds pass, skips it into Blakeney. Blakeney right block, loses the ball, tries a wraparound pass, and instead it goes to James Nelson. Not only is that a Northwest Nazarene player, that's a Northwest Nazarene player who's on the bench for the Nighthawks. So a turnover there by the Vandals. Idaho 15 turnovers in their last game on Sunday against Bethesda University. Definitely a number the Vandals are hoping to look to cut down on. Idaho also trying to clamp down defensively. Don Verlin said in the pregame interview, we can score. We got to do a better job defensively. And there's the first bucket of the night. Driving to left-handed land is good from Jaden Bazant. So 2-0 Northwest Nazarene with the lead. He was third in points per game for the Nighthawks last year. So definitely a guy with a lot of experience back for NNU this season. Trayvon Allen has his pocket pick. Megwa takes it away on the fast break the other way. The lay-in's up, and it is good. Well, that's one that makes you wince a little bit. Trayvon Allen, the most veteran player for the Vandals, with Frazier out, not 100% for this game. There are no seniors for the Vandals, just one junior, and that's Trayvon Allen. Just can't have your pocket get picked quite like that. Vandals down 4-0. Entry pass into Blakeney. Blakeney has the ball taken away from behind. Northwest Nazarene gets the steal, so the Vandals have not been very good on hanging on the ball. Already 3 turnovers here in the first 2 minutes of the game. We got 18 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a runner from Adonis Arms as Arms gets fouled, and Arms is going to earn a trip to the charity stripe. Vandals trail 4-0. Idaho 3 turnovers already. Adonis Arms, the top scorer for Northwest Nazarene, averaging 17 points per game. He's at the line. He's only a 55% foul shooter this year. 11 for 20 at the stripe. Guy who's a tough matchup, can shoot from the outside, and as we saw right there, can get to the basket as well. The 6'6" guard puts up the first, and it rims in and out, no good. Arms from Milwaukee, but ended up going to Mesa Community College and followed his community college teammate Obi Megwa up here to Idaho to play for Northwest Nazarene. Vandals down by 4. Here's the second foul shot coming up from Megwa. It is on its way, and it is good. 5-0 the Vandals trail Northwest Nazarene. It's tough for Idaho without Markel Frazier. Got him in those first 2 games. A guy who was the straw that stirred the drink a little bit. Different skill set, so good at attacking the basket, very physical. Without him, that's a piece that the Vandals certainly miss. Left wing, West has it, goes off the Rodriguez screen. The Portland native drives, puts up a floater, and it's good. Gino West creating his own shot that time and getting it to fall. Just the second career start for Gino West. Played in 10 games for the Vandals last year, as he saw sort of sparse action in his freshman season, but certainly understandable with how much experience and how much depth the Vandals had last year. And so many of those guys graduated from the corner. Ball gets flipped out. Ball moving across the perimeter. Arms back with it. 10 on the shot clock. Bazant begins to drive, gets past Tyson. Tyson got a finger on it. Lay-in rolls around the cylinder. It's no good. Bad pass in the backcourt. Rodriguez, another turnover. Here's Arms. He'll take a 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound by Northwest Nazarene. It's Spider Adeniji who gets the basket to go. So the Vandals, another costly turnover. Idaho, those are mistakes a young team will make, but certainly mistakes that you would want to avoid. Idaho coughing the ball up again. The Vandals 4 turnovers in this game. None for Northwest Nazarene. Pass deflected out of bounds by the Nighthawks. It remains Idaho ball. NNU up on Idaho, 7-2 with 16 minutes and 54 seconds left to go here in this first half. Inbounds pass from the sideline, goes to West, pulls up for a three. It's on its way, and it's no good. Arms stretches out that right hand and pulls in the rebound. Up to Bazant, into the corner. James Nelson now in the game, fakes the three. So Nelson comes out on the floor. Here's a long shot. Looked like it was probably a three and not a two put up, but it comes up short. Megwa couldn't get it to fall. The Vandals save it from going out of bounds. It goes up to Allen. He attacks the basket and banks it home. Trayvon Allen with the two, and the Vandals pull within three. Northwest Nazarene 7, Idaho 4. 16 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Nelson pulls up from the short corner, takes a jumper. That's off the mark. Geno West rises up and grabs the board for the Vandals. Pushing it in transition here. He goes all the way himself, goes for the lane. It's no good. West certainly not shy there. Idaho has to like his aggressiveness, just unable to finish. Flip over to Bazant. He'll take a three. The rainbow shot comes up short. Scott Blakeney, good job blocking out. Gets the rebound. Outlet pass up to West. He'll drive again. Over to Tyson. The sharp shooter will get a foul drawn as this whistle will come in on Jaden Bazant. That is our first foul of the game, and that will take us to our first timeout of the game as well. Here we are with 15 minutes and 51 seconds left to go in the first half. Idaho here in Boise trails Northwest Nazarene 7-4. This is the Idaho Central Credit Union Idaho Vandals Radio Network from Learfield. An inbounds pass goes to Geno West, right back to Allen, guarded closely by Megwa, couldn't get a quick strike off. Vandals down 7-4. Turnovers have been an issue. Idaho has turned the ball over 4 times in 4 minutes and 20 seconds in this game. West tries to get it back out to Allen, right back of the hands of Smits-Francisco. So Raquandis Mitchell and Smits-Francisco in the game, pulling up from the left elbow. Trayvon Allen knocks down at 2 as the Vandals pull within 1. 7-6. Nighthawks still the 1-point edge on Idaho. Northwest Nazarene jumped out to a 5-0 lead in this game. Seeing his first action, Felix White on the floor, and there will be a foul called on Idaho. Don Verlin liking the aggressiveness of his defense. The foul's on Trayvon Allen, so each team with 1 foul here. Felix White started his college career with UC Santa Barbara, the team that the Vandals will play tomorrow. So NNU will not play UC Santa Barbara. 4 teams here in Boise as part of the Vandal Holiday Hoop Showcase. Vandals down by 1, 5 minutes into the game. Crossover move attempted by Jalen Burkett, but a travel call. Burkett, a nice guy to get back for Northwest Nazarene. Made his season debut on Tuesday against the College of Idaho. Had been out with an ankle injury, but Burkett, a quality contributor who's now back seeing action for the Nighthawks. Vandals down by 1, looking for their first lead. Smits-Francisco over to Rodriguez, right wing. He'll put up the three, and it's off the mark. Idaho outside of Tyson didn't shoot very well from beyond the arc because there's a travel in the backcourt. Felix White, no Vandal near him, but an unforced error there. And Idaho will get the ball right back. But Idaho, outside of Cameron Tyson, they've been getting open looks, but hoping that someone can get the hot hand. Raquandis Mitchell could be that guy. Tyson on the bench right now. West, Allen, Mitchell, Rodriguez, and Smits-Francisco on the floor for the Vandals. West heaves it over to his right to Allen. Allen grabs it between the circles. Over to Raquandis Mitchell, right wing, not enough room to take the three. Goes off a screen from Rodriguez, drives, hurls up a shot, it's no good. Rodriguez trying to save that loose ball. Instead, Northwest Nazarene grabs it. Goes up to Megwa. Megwa with Allen in front of him, has his shot blocked as he went up right underneath the basket, and it's swatted out of bounds. Mitchell, not only a freshman for the Vandals, a very late bloomer, made a big jump from his junior year to his senior year of high school, turned 18 just over the summer, was 17 when he signed, and is a true freshman. So Mitchell getting experience early on in his Vandal career. Here's a deep three. Nelson lets it fly, and that will come up short. Rims out. Mitchell with the board for the Vandals. Over to West. West bothered by at midcourt by Arms, but hangs on to the possession. Lobs it down low left, block to Smits-Francisco. Double teamed, trying to get it out to Mitchell, and there will be a foul called on Northwest Nazarene. NNU 7, Idaho 6. 14 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the first half. Spider Dedunje comes back into the game. Felix White heads out. Geno West will inbound it left to the basket from the baseline. Rifles in a pass to Trayvon Allen. Grabs it and scores just like that. You blink, you miss it. The Vandals take back the lead. Good awareness by Geno West. He threads the needle, and Allen takes care of business with the finish. Drive, kick out. Nelson for three. That's no good. Number of three-pointers attempted. Not a lot have fallen. None so far in this game. NNU 0 for 5. The Vandals 0 for 3. Here's a drive. Arms. Wow. Great body control. Went into traffic, got pushed backwards, and still right underneath the hoop, able to heave it up and in. 9-8. NNU grabs the lead back from Idaho. 13.5 minutes to play in the first half. Arms, he is an outstanding player for the Nighthawks. Bad pass from Mitchell. Another turnover for the Vandals. It's taken away by Arms. He has the interception, goes up for the land, and he makes it. That is a freshman mistake there from Raquandis Mitchell, and he knew it as soon as that ball left his hands. Vandals still struggling with the turnovers. 5 turnovers for Idaho. Arms with the steal. Vandals down by 3. 7 minutes into the game. Driving in traffic. West doesn't get the whistle that he wanted. The ball's blocked by the Nighthawks. Megwa, crossover move. Flips it over to Nelson. Burkett looking down low. Nothing there. Back between the circles. Adenunje now to Nelson. 15 on the shot clock. Top of the key. Burkett thinking about a shot. Dangerous pass down low. Goes to Arms, and Arms will draw a foul. Adonis Arms will head back to the stripe. He is the top scorer for the Nighthawks in this game. Arms with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 steals in 7 minutes. The top scorer in the game to this point has been Trayvon Allen. He has 6 points. Arms back at the charity stripe where he's 1 for 2. Arms had 16 points, 5 rebounds in Northwest Nazarene's victory over the College of Idaho on Tuesday, their last game. The transfer from Mesa Community College puts up his first of 2. It's on its way. It is no good. This is off the back of the iron. Idaho, you'd think for the Vandals, they definitely have the size edge. Bill, NNU, a Division II team, but they have some quality big guys. They're not lacking size, but right now it's a wash on the glass. Idaho with 8 rebounds, Northwest Nazarene with 8 rebounds. And the officials are going to take a quick glance at the monitor here. So another foul shot coming up. Clock is stopped with 12 minutes and 44 seconds left to play in the first half. Idaho again down 11-8 to Northwest Nazarene. Tonight's broadcast of Vandal basketball is brought to you in part by the Idaho Inn in Moscow. Locally owned and within walking distance to campus, the Idaho Inn. Give them a call at 208-885-1480. Ours coming up for Arms. It is up and it is good. It's now a 12-8 lead for Northwest Nazarene. They have gone on a 5-0 run since Idaho very briefly took their first lead of the game at 8-7. Again, if you're just joining us, Chris King along with you here at CenturyLink Arena in downtown Boise. The Vandals spending their Thanksgiving weekend here in Boise, playing in front of all the Southern Vandal fans. It's the Vandal Holiday Hoop Showcase. Idaho playing Northwest Nazarene tonight. Tomorrow night, Idaho will take on UC Santa Barbara. Xavier Smith in the game, seeing his first minutes. The Vandals with Cameron Tyson back onto the floor, along with Raquandis Mitchell, Jared Rodriguez, and Cassius Smith-Francisco. Smith, who was a walk-on at Oregon State last year. Seattle native in his first year with the Vandals, asking for a screen. He gets it from Smith-Francisco, passes over to Mitchell, and it goes off of his fingertips out of bounds. Another mistake there for the Vandals. Idaho, they haven't been as sharp taking care of the basketball in this game. 6 turnovers to just 2 for Northwest Nazarene. Vandals down by 4. Nikola Pruvlic in the game. Pruvlic seeing his first minutes, a native of Serbia. Also on the floor is Sam Roth from Salem, Oregon. Roth flips it to his left. Pruvlic off a screen, finds Bazan. Bazan goes up and under. His off-balance laying is no good. Almost a wraparound. Idaho gets the rebound. Smith-Francisco has it over to Smith. Rodriguez in the corner, trying to crossover move. Out to Cameron Tyson. Tyson so far has been the Vandals' top weapon this year, though he doesn't have a point in this game. With the Vandals' first 4 games, the freshman from Bothell, Washington, averaging 20 points. Right wing. Mitchell gets the pass. Mitchell begins to drive, and an off-balance shot is up. It is no good, but he gets a whistle. You can see the reaction from the Northwest Nazarene bench. Boy, they wanted that one not to be a foul call. They thought that Mitchell was fishing for one. He might have been. Either way, he'll get a pair of shots coming up after this timeout. We will take a break ourselves. 11 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the first half. Raquandis Mitchell at the line for 2. The first shot is up, and the freshman misses it. It is no good. So Mitchell getting fouled before the timeout. That's the first miss of his college career. The youngster from Blaine, Minnesota, had been 5 for 5 at the line. Misses the second. It's no good. Northwest Nazarene gets the rebound. Turnovers have been tough for the Vandals. 6 turnovers for Idaho so far in this game. Idaho had one very brief lead. NNU has led besides that. Bazant looks down low, finds a wide open Addington Jay, and he makes the basket 14-8. NNU cuts right through the Vandal defense. So Idaho has now been on the wrong end of a 7-0 run after they took that lead when the Vandals were up 8-7. Smith-Francisco tries an entry pass, and it's off the mark. Another turnover for the Vandals, turnover number 7. And this is some tough defense from NNU, but Idaho on some of those. That last play, I mean, Smith-Francisco just had too much on it when he threw it out of bounds. Raquanis Mitchell and Smith-Francisco head out of bounds. Scott Blakeney and Trayvon Allen come back in the game. Allen with 6 points, tied with Adonis Arms as the top scorer in this game. Vandals haven't had a lot of rhythm on offense. 10:55 to go in the first half. Vandals down by 6. Bazant goes baseline, tries a wraparound pass, and it's off the mark. One of those things where he started along the baseline and maybe didn't have an exit plan as far as what he was going to do. Felix White comes back in the game, as does Obi Megwa for the Nighthawks. Beto Diaz also back out on the floor. Arms and Megwa remain on the court for Northwest Nazarene. Vandals in this game, just 4 for 11 from the floor. They're 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Cam Tyson will take an NBA 3, and it's good. Just what the Vandals needed. And no surprise, it is Cameron Tyson who delivers. The true freshman has been the team's top scorer. He's now 17 for 30 from beyond the arc to begin his college career. How about that? Here's a shot put up by NNU. That is no good. The mid-range jumper won't go. Rodriguez with the board. Up to Allen. Trying to push it and draws contact with Obi Megwa. So another foul coming on Northwest Nazarene. That will be their 4th team foul. That Cameron Tyson three-pointer in the last Vandal possession, putting it into that 7-0 run for Northwest Nazarene. And here's what Don Verlin talked about, what the Vandals were going to start doing. Jared Rodriguez comes out. Losini Kamara comes in the game, and the Vandals has had another turnover. Inbounds pass from Xavier Smith intended for Kamara. Kamara, the redshirt freshman, just 6'3", is playing the 4 for the Vandals, and the inbounds pass goes right out of bounds. Another turnover for Idaho. Those turnovers, some of them have been cringeworthy so far for the Vandals. Again, a very young Vandal team. These guys, trial by fire. But some mistakes that the Vandals would like to avoid here. Beto Diaz goes over. Bazant will take the 3. That's no good. Smith comes down with the board. Smith looking to push it. A little giddy up in his step. Goes all the way himself. Tries the finger roll and draws the foul. He had Diaz and White right in front of him, and Xavier Smith will earn a trip to the line. Vandals trail by 3. It's 14-11. Northwest Nazarene leads. Getting close to the halfway point of the first half. 10:04 to go here in the half. Smith, the sophomore, at the stripe, averaging 4 points per game so far. First foul shot is up, and it is good. And the Vandals pull within 2, 14-12. Smith went to O'Day High School, averaged 18 points per game as a senior. Helped O'Day to the title game in Washington back in 2016. Had 40 points in a high school game. Also hit a buzzer beater to force overtime against Rainier Beach. Rainier Beach has been a basketball powerhouse in that hotbed of hoops, Seattle, where Smith is from. This is his 2nd foul shot, and Northwest Nazarene gets the miss. Vandals down by 2. Nighthawks back with the possession. Magwell over to Arms. Arms flips it right back to him. 15 on the shot clock. Ball hasn't pierced inside the perimeter yet. Left wing. Bazant has it. The New Zealand native. Top of the key. Goes to wide. 8 on the shot clock. Back to Megwa. Megwa starts to drive. Bounce pass out. 3 on the shot clock. Going up. Here's a pass underneath the hoop. Ball tipped around. And it's either out of bounds or the shot clock expired. It will be out of bounds is the call. So Jalen Burkett and White trying to connect, but they couldn't. So the Vandals get a defensive stop, looking to build up some momentum here. Idaho has trailed for the vast majority of this game. The Vandal lead lasted just 19 seconds. They had a 1-point lead very briefly, and then NNU countered back with a 7-0 run. Idaho looking to tie this one up or even take the lead on this possession. 9:20 to play in the first half. Kamara gives it off over to Trayvon Allen. Allen now to Xavier Smith off a Blakeney screen. Drives, goes up, transfers hands. His lane had too much on it. Went off the backboard, didn't even touch the rim. In transition, pass to Bazant underneath the hoop. It's swiped away, but Bazant gets the possession back. Arms calls for it, right wing. Now back over to Burkett. He penetrates. Now to Megwa, 15 on the shot clock. Megwa, stutter step, left elbow, jumper on its way. Misses off the side of the iron, and there'll be a foul called on Cameron Tyson. Tyson was trying to box out with the much bigger Felix White next to him. Tyson making that 1 3-pointer, just 1 3-pointer in this game. Idaho 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. Vandals trail by 2, even though Northwest Nazarene is 0 for 6 from long range. And they're going to take a look, the officials are, at this foul on the monitor. So both teams hovering nearby their benches, huddling up with their head coaches. Paul Rush, the second-year head coach of Northwest Nazarene. Don Verlin in his 11th year leading the Vandal program. Idaho winning over 60 games the last 2 years. Last year a 22-win senior, but that core of guys is gone. Those guys graduating and moving on. And Nate Sherwood, boy, what a tough break for the Vandals. Nate Sherwood, due to health reasons, not expected to play this year. He was going to be the top returning player for Idaho. And in addition, Markel Frazier, who really impressed in the first 2 games for the Vandals. Not 100% right now, did not play in the team's last game against Bethesda University and is not playing here tonight. He's over on the bench cheering on his teammates, but not in uniform. A reminder that tonight's Vandal basketball broadcast is brought to you in part by the Clearwater River Casino and Lodge on Highway 95, just south of Lewiston. For a schedule of upcoming events and special promotions, visit crcasino.com. Chris King along with you here at CenturyLink Arena in downtown Boise. The Vandal Band is here, and a really impressive number of the band members are here. The cheerleaders are here as Idaho spending their Thanksgiving weekend down here in Boise, the spot that not only serves as a home away from home for the Vandals. Idaho playing in their 5th game over the last 6 seasons here at CenturyLink Arena. It also, starting this year, is the home of the Big Sky Conference Tournament. We had the Associate Commissioner of the Big Sky, John Casper, join us on the pregame show. Mentioned Vandal fans who stop by the game here, they have discounts on tickets for the Big Sky Tournament. So make sure if you're not here tonight, come out for tomorrow's Vandal game against UC Santa Barbara. The Big Sky is here. It's going to be exciting to see what this kind of becomes and turns into as the conference tournament moving from Reno after 3 years. And this year will be the first of 3 years. The Big Sky Conference Tournament this year running March 11th through the 16th will take place here in Boise. Officials done looking at the monitor, huddling up, and foul called on Cameron Tyson. 2 shots coming up, so nothing seems to have really changed after they looked at the replay. Our score, Northwest Nazarene 14, Idaho 12, and I thought shots were coming up instead. Northwest Nazarene will inbound the ball from the baseline. Lob goes back to Felix White. Gives it back to Megwa, who inbounded it to him. Vandals down by 2, 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. Arms, little shoulder fake, goes down low to White. Looked like he traveled, and he did. So White positioned himself nicely, but he did it after traveling. White, a very physically gifted guy, 6'9", started out his college career, played in 6 games at UC Santa Barbara in the 2016-2017 season. Vandal ball, Idaho with Gino West, Losini Kamara, Cameron Tyson, Scott Blakely, and Trayvon Allen. So a 4-guard lineup. It's Kamara playing the 4 for the Vandals. Pass goes back to Gino West off his fingertips, but he chases it back down near midcourt. 15 on the shot clock. Kamara right side over to Cameron Tyson, looking for a little breathing room. Tyson goes in the paint, thought about a step back, not enough room. Over to Allen, takes a contested 3. It is up, it is no good. Ball tipped around, and Adonis Arms grabs it for Northwest Nazarene. Here's a pass taken away by Gino West. West with no one in front of him on the fast break, goes up for the lay-in, and it's good. He read it perfectly, and the Vandals, after being down 14-8 on the wrong end of a 7-0 run, have gone on a 6-0 run of their own, and the Vandals have tied this game up at 14 apiece. White, getting close to traveling again there, just kept that pivot foot down. Flips it back over to Arms. Arms stutter step at the foul line. Gino West knocks the ball loose. Can he produce another steal? Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. So West dislodging the ball. Some good hustle plays here from Gino West. And it will be Idaho ball thanks to Gino West. And that will take us to another break. Timeout on the floor. 7 minutes and 42. UC Santa Barbara here in Boise tomorrow night. Tie game here, 14-14. The Vandals and the Nighthawks all locked up at 14 apiece. 7:38 left to go in the first half. Vandal basketball. Scott Blakely gets it down low. Looked like he might have traveled. No call. Left corner. Allen drives into some traffic. Puts up a shot. Makes it. And the whistle comes in. Count the bucket. Trayvon Allen is going to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. And Idaho just with their second lead of the game. Idaho now on an 8-0 run after Northwest Nazarene went on a 7-0 run. Allen's foul shot is up. The most experienced Vandal misses it. Idaho has struggled at the free throw line in this game. Trayvon Allen, to start his college career 2 years ago, made his first 23 foul shots, though couldn't get that one to fall. Vandals still have the lead, though, 16-14, and that doesn't last for long. Adonis Arms able to tie it back up underneath the basket, kind of nuzzles his way near the rim, and banks home a jumper, 16-16. Tie game. West pass intended for Cameron Tyson. He has to chase it down to the backcourt. Last touched by Arms. So it remains Idaho ball. Vandals, the turnovers very much have been an issue in this game. 8 turnovers for Idaho, but Northwest Nazarene has been doing their part to catch up. Northwest Nazarene now with 7 turnovers. Northwest Nazarene, a number that can't make the Vandals too happy. Northwest Nazarene 3 more rebounds than the Vandals. Idaho not winning the battle on the glass right now. That belongs to the Nighthawks. Trayvon Allen left wing over to Cameron Tyson. Tyson has just attempted 2 shots. Here's his third. It's a 3. It is up and it's good. Soft bounce off the front of the iron and it drops through the cylinder. Vandals their largest lead of the game, 19-16. Cameron Tyson all ready for him, his 18th three-pointer of the year, and answering back. Northwest Nazarene gets a 3-pointer from Beto Diaz, 6'7", but the big man has some range. 19-19 for these two. Going back and forth here. Back to a tie game. Tyson double team. He's got Gino West behind him, and there'll be a blocking foul called on Northwest Nazarene. That's going to be another team foul for Northwest Nazarene, another for them. And a foul called on Beto Diaz. That's going to be his 7th personal foul. That's going to send Cameron Tyson to the free throw line. Tyson, an outstanding shooter. Well, we've seen what he can do from beyond the arc, but this is game number 4 of his college career. It's his first foul shot. The freshman puts it up. It is no good. Idaho's really been struggling at the line. The Vandals are 1 for 6 at the free throw line. Tie game. Northwest Nazarene grabbing the board. 6 minutes and counting left to go here in the first half. Sam Roth back out on the floor. Finds Arms. Arms to Diaz, takes another 3, misses off to the side of the iron. Jared Rodriguez trying to chase down that loose ball he can. It's James Nelson who gets it up and under lay-in is good. A little wraparound lay-in. Threw it right up above the cylinder and it dropped right through. Northwest Nazarene back with the lead as they have led for the majority of this game. Here's Trayvon Allen drives. No, it's Gino West who drives, makes the lay-in, but they'll call a foul prior. Foul called on the floor prior. The shot will not count. That is one thing the Vandals have going for them right now, is NNU getting a little bit of foul trouble. That's their 18th foul. Gino West will go to the line for 1-1. The Vandals trying to make something happen at the free throw line. Idaho just 1 for 6 at the charity stripe coming into the game. Through the first 3 games of the season, Idaho shooting 64% at the stripe. Vandals down by 2. Here's the shot, 1-on-1. It is up and West makes it, earns a second. Vandals now down by 1 to the Nighthawks, 21-20. Gino West was the USA Today Oregon High School Player of the Year in the 2016-2017 season. The sophomore second foul shot, nothing but net. And he ties this game back up. Already another tie here in this game. Northwest Nazarene jumped out to a 5-0 lead. They led by as many as 6 in this game. Vandals had a couple of leads, but not by much, and they haven't lasted long. Looking for a defensive stop here. Nelson to his left to Diaz. Shooter with some good range. Over to Bazan. Fakes the 3. Tries baseline. Pass underneath the hoop. Over to Nelson. Now to Diaz. Not much time left to work with. 4 on the shot clock. Contested 3 from the corner. Up and it's no good. Battle for the loose ball. Osini Kamara on the hardwood. Can he get a timeout in? Will be a jump ball. Let's see what the call is here. And it will be a jump ball, so it is NNU ball, second jump ball. The first went to the Vandals. Fresh shot clock for the Nighthawks. Tie game, 21 apiece. Idaho facing Northwest Nazarene here in Boise as part of the Vandal Holiday Hoop Showcase. Inbounds pass goes back to Bazan. Now finds Arms. Arms looking to see if he can find a lane to drive through. Nothing quite there. Kicks it to his left. Makes it over. Here it goes into the hands of Burkett underneath the hoop. Finds Diaz. And makes the shot right underneath the basket. NNU back on top, 23-21. So Diaz is starting to heat up. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to play in this first half. Kamara looking to drive, nothing there. Over to Tyson, catch and shoot three. It's up, it's good, and a foul is called. Cameron Tyson, for the first time in his college career, will head of the stripe for a chance at a 4-point play. And with one big-time shot, Cameron Tyson gives the Vandals back the lead and has a chance to add on to it. He has delivered to start his college career. My goodness, 9 points for him. He is the top scorer in this game. He has made 3 3-pointers. He is gunning for Connor Hill's 3-point record. Of course, there's a long way to go in his Vandal career. This is just his 4th game, but what a start it has been. Here's the foul shot. It is up and it is good. 25-23, first 4-point play of the season. And the Vandals converted on it. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Vandals up by 2. Can they add on to the lead here? So in his first minute, Sam Franks, the Seattle native, on the floor. Here's Franks. He'll take a 3 way off the mark. It's an air ball. Didn't have anyone nearby him. Tyson harassed in the backcourt by Burkett, but Cameron Tyson gets it over the timeline. When Idaho has played here at CenturyLink Arena before, it has been the Idaho Stampede court. Now it's a kind of a neutral court with an Idaho outline of the state at midcourt. Trayvon Allen has it. Had Gino West open underneath the basket. Gets it to him after a deflected ball. Gets it to Scott Blakeney. Blakeney goes up, and Blakeney will get a goaltending call. So Scott Blakeney able to really muscle his way up to the basket. Kind of a quasi-dunk. Went up with his hand. It was taken away from behind, and that led to the goaltending call. So the Vandals, heading into the last media timeout of the first half, now have their largest lead of the game, 27-23. 2 instead of 4. It's 25-23. Vandals on top. Northwest Nazarene with the ball. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this game. Scott Blakeney from behind trying to harass Arms, but Arms able to wiggle his way through the Vandal defense and make a land. Adonis Arms, a very impressive player for Northwest Nazarene. And as Paul Rush, their coach, put it in an article by the Idaho Statesman talking about this game, every D2 guy thinks they're overlooked at the D1 level, and Arms definitely making the case that that statement rings true. Here's Trayvon Allen, drives towards the basket, gets the runner to go. Vandals back on top, 27-25. Looking for the quick strike, pass off the mark. Vito Diaz couldn't quite grab it. So a turnover by Northwest Nazarene. That's been big for the Vandals. The fact that Northwest Nazarene has added on the turnovers after Idaho had so many early. Idaho 8 turnovers. At one point, Idaho had 7. Northwest Nazarene had 2. Now, Northwest Nazarene with 8, and there's going to be an offensive foul on Idaho. Cameron Tyson made the 3-pointer. The shot won't count because of an illegal screen by the Vandals. Team foul number 5 on Idaho. Foul called on Scott Blakeney. Vandals a 2-point edge, 27-25. It's been a tight first half here. Northwest Nazarene has still led for the majority of this half, though the Vandals are up by 2 right now with under 3 minutes to go. Jalen Burkett, left wing, finds Bazant. Bazant, the New Zealand native, sends it over right wing. It's back to Burkett, takes a 3-pointer. That's no good. Idaho's really struggled on the glass in this game. Here's the second chance for NNU. Turnaround shot is no good. The finger roll just rested on the side of the iron. And the Vandals get the miss. Here's Trayvon Allen, goes up, left-handed lay and falls. Trayvon Allen gets the basket. Allen heating up. Allen and Cameron Tyson both with double figures. Allen, the game's top scorer with his 12 points. Tyson has 10. Diaz kicks it out over to his right. Finds Zach Ferguson. Ferguson, an Idaho native from Star, hasn't seen a lot of time in this first half. Vandals up by 4. Their largest lead. Here's a pass off the mark. Bazant was looking for Burkett. It goes out of bounds. And the Vandals starting to pick up some steam here. Jared Rodriguez comes back into the game. Losini Kamara, just 6'3", listed as a guard, but the Vandals, out of necessity, going with some 4-guard lineups. He's playing the 4 for the Vandals, while Idaho gets that size back with Jared Rodriguez taking the spot of Losini Kamara. West, Allen, Tyson, and Blakeney on the floor. West gives it back over to Tyson. The sharpshooter, step back 3, on its way. It comes up short. Blakeney punches the ball up in the air. It goes back near midcourt. And Gino West pulls it in for the Vandals. Over to Allen. Allen, catch and shoot 3. That comes up short. And Diaz gets the rebound for Northwest Nazarene. Having his hand up, thinking about the quick strike with Zach Roth. Nothing quite there. Bazant drives, pass over, intended for Arms, but Arms was cutting towards the hoop. He threw it behind him, out of bounds, and it will be Idaho ball. And a timeout is taken here by Idaho. Clock stops with 1:39 left to go in the first, by as many as 6. But Idaho up by 4, their largest lead of the game. Idaho ball coming out of the timeout. 1.5 to play. West into the corner, gives it to Cameron Tyson. Back out over to Gino West. West lobs it down low, intended for Blakeney, and the Vandals turn it over. A steal by Northwest Nazarene. Obi Megwa takes it, flips it back into the hands of Sam Roth. Roth goes down low, and up and under wraparound lane is no good for Northwest Nazarene. The Vandals are running. Lob goes up to Jared Rodriguez. The big man goes by a defender, floats towards the basket, and banks it in. Idaho continues to tack on to their lead. The Vandals on a 6-0 run with under a minute to go. Idaho, their largest advantage of the game, 31-25. Right wing, Burkett gives it back. Puvlic drives, left-handed lane is good. The native of Serbia ends the Vandals 6-0 run. 31-27, Idaho a 4-point edge. Right now a 15-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so the Vandals cannot wait to take the last shot of the first half. Allen, entry pass down low to Blakeney. The big man trying to go to work. He gets tangled up with his defender, and Spider Adetunji will be called for the foul. Scott Blakeney going to get a trip to the line here. Clock stops with 29 seconds left to go in the first half. Blakeney in this game looking for his first points, has 2 rebounds, also 2 fouls and 3 turnovers. Idaho 10 first half turnovers in this game. Vandals so young though, just 1 junior playing for the Vandals. Here's Blakeney's foul shot, first of 2, double bonus. That was team foul number 10, is good. 37-27, I should say 32-27, Idaho up by 5. No seniors for the Vandals, with Sherwood, Nate Sherwood that is, expected to be out for the year with health issues. And then Markel Frazier, one of 2 juniors for the Vandals, not 100%. On the bench cheering on the Vandals, but not playing. Here's Scott Blakeney's second foul shot. It goes. The big man makes both, and the Vandal lead swells back up to 6. Idaho 33, Northwest Nazarene 27. Shot clock turned off. Northwest Nazarene brings it up. Obi Megwa from Phoenix. Went to Mesa Community College before ending up at Nampa, or in Nampa, playing for Northwest Nazarene. Here's Burkett. Burkett over to Megwa. 10 seconds left to go in the first half. He has it between the circles. Megwa pulls up, the 3 on its way. It is no good. Offensive rebound for NNU. Ball knocked loose though on a pass, taken away. Megwa gets it. The shot is up. It will not go in. It would have been close whether or not it would have counted. And it would have been a buzzer beater had it gone in. Not quite sure whether or not it would have beat the buzzer, but it doesn't matter. The shot was no good, and that will take ball as we start the second half. Idaho leads Northwest Nazarene 33-27. Gino West with the ball. Boy, he has done an impressive job in this game. Gives it over to Jared Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives, off-balance shot, uses the backboard and banks it home. Rodriguez gives the Vandals their largest lead of the game, 35-27. NNU led for the majority of the first half, but the Vandals kind of tacking onto their lead late. Here's Arms, puts up a jumper. It is no good. A long battle for the loose ball, but Idaho finally comes away with it as Gino West gives it up to Scott Blakeney. Couldn't hang on to the bounce pass. NNU back with it. Megwa goes up into some traffic. Off-balance lane is no good. Frenzied pace to start this second half. Cam Tyson starts to drive himself. Tries a wraparound lane, and there's another turnover. Not the prettiest start for either team. Here's a lane up, and it's good from Megwa. Don Verlin kind of just had his head slumped down, frustrated by that last turnover. But again, this is a young Vandal team. No seniors expected to play for the Vandals this year, with Nate Sherwood dealing with his unfortunate health issues. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 put up by Cameron Tyson, and the shot was blocked. There will be a foul called on Northwest Nazarene. A little surprised to see that, and they're going to call it on the shot. Well, that is a tough break for NNU. You look at the replay, and the whistle did come in late, but it does look like it was probably the right call, that there was more than just ball that Arms got. So Tyson at the line for 3. The first is up. It is good. It's now 36-29. Vandals on top. But Idaho, no seniors, just one junior with Markel Frazier again not playing for the second straight game, not quite 100%. 37-29 as Tyson makes the second. He's now tied as the game's leading scorer, him and Trayvon Allen. Each have 12. He makes the third, and it is 38-29. Cameron Tyson, 13 points in this game. The true freshman averaging 20 per game. This is just the fourth game of his college career, but boy, what a start it has been. And the Vandals have needed it. Behind the back move at the right elbow. Megwa trying to get some separation on Geno West. Heaves up a shot, and it's good. West defended him well, but discredit Megwa there. Made a tough shot. Megwa, a preseason all-conference selection in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Megwa and Arms make up quite the 1-2 punch for the Nighthawks. Idaho up by 7. Pass down low. Scott Blakeney, turnaround hook shot, banks it in. From the low post, Scott Blakeney puts the Vandal lead back at 9, 40-31. 2 minutes into this second half, the Vandals leading the Nighthawks. Pass barely being reeled in. Kicking it out, sets up an open three. Here's Megwa, takes it and drills it. They had been 1 for 12 from beyond the arc, but Megwa makes the second three-pointer of the game for Northwest Nazarene. Vandals up by 6, 40-34. That's kind of scary for Idaho if NNU can start to heat up from beyond the arc. Been averaging 37% from downtown this year. West puts up an off-balance shot. It's on the way, air ball. Looked like it might have been deflected by Bazant. NNU comes away with it. Bazant, left wing, thought about the three, has Allen in front of him, didn't take it. Instead goes down low, has a wide open teammate at Spider Adintuji, who makes the shot 40-36, and you blink, it's a 5-0 run for the Nighthawks. Idaho beefed that lead up to 9 on 2 different occasions. But now just a 4-point edge. West, left wing over to Rodriguez, trying to cross over Diaz, goes down low into some traffic. Great pass, 360 spin, finds Blakeney all alone underneath the hoop, who makes the easy lay-in. 42-36. Credit Rodriguez with the assist there. Here's a lay-in attempt, it's no good. Bazant couldn't get it to fall. Adintuji had it, it's knocked away. And what will the call be? Will it be a foul? And it will be on Idaho. Here's Scott Blakeney, the guilty party. It is on Blakeney. And then N2G will go to the line. 2 shots coming his way. For Blakeney, in a little bit of foul trouble. That's his 3rd personal. 2 shots coming up for the Nighthawks. But N2J from Nigeria. They have him from Nigeria. Bazant from New Zealand. And Pruvlic from Serbia. Here's the first foul shot. It is up and it is no good. Just 1 for 2 at the line this year. The junior misses the shot. Vandals swap out Blakeney with Smits Francisco coming in. James Nelson back into the game for Northwest Nazarene. Takes the spot of Diaz. Second foul shot on its way. It is no good. Comes up short. Cam Tyson pulls down the rebound. Idaho up by 6, 42-36. Vandals leading Northwest Nazarene. 16 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game. Geno West, an impressive performance for him. Picks up his dribble right wing, looking for somewhere to go. Gets to Allen as the pass gets swatted out of bounds. Megwa stepped in front of it and knocked it right out of bounds into the Vandal bench. Felix White comes back into the game for Northwest Nazarene. But N2G will head out. Cameron Tyson, the game's top scorer with 13. Allen has 12. Arms has 10. Megwa with 9. Allen looking for somewhere to go. Just gets it in to Cameron Tyson. The Vandals avoid a disaster there. 7 on the shot clock to work with. Straightaway 3, deep one. West puts it up. It's no good. Battle for the loose ball, and Northwest Nazarene comes away with it. They're still winning the battle on the glass. Northwest Nazarene with 24 rebounds. Idaho with 18. The Vandals being outdueled on the glass. Here's a dish down low. Felix White able to glide through the Vandal defense and make the land. 42-38. White, physically an imposing guy. He certainly looks the part, averaging 6 points per game this year. White so far to 9. That's his first basket. Pass goes down low to Smits Francisco. Over to Geno West. West got a little Vic Sanders in him, not just because the two went to the same high school, as West starts to drive to the baseline. Really seeing his game picked up this year. And a foul will be called on Northwest Nazarene. It will take us to another timeout. Clock stopped here with 15 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the game. Idaho leads North. Vandal ball, Trayvon Allen inbounds it to Geno West. Raquandis Mitchell seen his first minutes of the second half. West, Mitchell, Allen, Rodriguez at the 4, and Cassius Smith-Francisco down low with him. On the court for the Vandals as a foul will be called on Northwest Nazarene. Second team foul of the second half. Foul called on James Nelson. So the Vandals from the opposite side of the court will inbound it from the sideline. Again, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Vandal Holiday Hoop Showcase. Idaho in Boise, their first of 2 games. They'll play UC Santa Barbara tomorrow. Cassius Smith-Francisco over to Jared Rodriguez. Vandal trying to add on to their 4-point lead. Here's Rodriguez. Attacks the basket again. Off-balance shot is up, and it is good. Great body control from Jared Rodriguez. Another guy who's impressed in his first year of action, the redshirt freshman. He's brought a lot to this team. The Arizona native getting that bucket and putting the Vandal lead back to 6. 4 minutes and 50 seconds into the second half. Megwa picks up his dribble. Into the corner, finds Sam Roth. He'll take a 3. It's up, and it's nothing but net. Sam Roth grew up near his family farm in Silverton, Oregon. They had their courted dreams in the middle of the farm, just like Field of Dreams version, basketball-wise. Roth makes his first basket of the game, and the Vandal lead sliced in half, 44-41. So Roth gets it to fall. Trayvon Allen takes the high screen from Smith-Francisco. Looking down low, and some trouble. Roth closely guarding it. Gets it near midcourt to Geno West. Twirls his finger over to Allen. Not enough room to take the 3. Pulls up, long 2 on its way. Comes up short. Roth grabs the board. Nighthawks have it. Vandals up by 3. They've led by as many as 9 on multiple occasions in this second half. Here's a step back 2. Megwa puts it up. Rims out. Offensive rebound by White. Goes up with a putback, and he draws a foul. For Idaho, that's got to be such a major source of frustration in this game, is Northwest Nazarene's ability to outduel them on the glass. NNU now with 26 rebounds, the Vandals with 18. And when it comes to second chance points in this game, that is a category that the Nighthawks are really killing the Vandals on. 8-0 on second chance points. White's first is up, and it is good. The Vandal lead now down to 2, 44-42. So the Vandals were up 40-31, but since then, an 11-4 run for the Nighthawks. 14:26 to go. White's second foul shot, no good, and it's going to be another rebound for NNU. The guy going up to rebound, James Nelson, knocked to the hardwood, and that's going to be another opportunity for Northwest Nazarene. Boy, the offensive boards have been huge. That foul called on Jared Rodriguez, 3rd team foul. Scott Blakeney on the bench with 3 personal fouls for the Vandals. Nighthawks will inbound it. Left of the basket, the baseline. Inbound dish goes into Nelson. He draws a foul, and Nelson misses the shot, but he's heading to the stripe with a chance to tie this game up. NNU has showed their resiliency in this game. Here's the first of 2. Nelson's shot is up, and it is no good. Nelson, the freshman from Salem, Utah, 2 sports star in high school, also played quarterback. Was the Utah 4A State Player of the Year, led Salem Hills High School to the state title. Here's the second foul shot. It is no good. Bounces in and out, and there will be a foul called on Felix White. White, no doubt, wears his emotions on his sleeves. That seemed to be the right call, though NNU has just had so much success on the offensive glass. Not that time, as White picks up the foul, his second personal. Some pressure in the backcourt. It's Jalen Burkett, who's back there with Geno West, nearly gets the turnover. West hangs onto the ball. West starting to push it, barely keeping that possession. And there will be a poke from Burkett, and that will draw a foul. So West kind of dribbling around for his life, kind of like someone slipping around on ice, just able to keep his balance and keep that possession for the Vandals. Idaho 44, Northwest Nazarene 42, 14-11 to go in this game. Inbounds dish goes to Geno West, looks for Osini Kamara, so Jared Rodriguez heads out back to that 4-guard lineup with Kamara playing the 4 for the Vandals. Let's see if the Vandals can strike offensively with this smaller lineup. West to his left to Kamara, 5 on the shot clock. Vandals have to strike here quick. Straight away 3. Allen puts it up. It is no good. And White gets the rebound for Northwest Nazarene. So not a high percentage look that the Vandals were able to get on that possession. For Northwest Nazarene, they were down by 9 when it was 40-31 since then. The momentum has certainly swung in the Nighthawks' favor. Megwa stutter step, slips to the hardwood, loose ball on the floor. Trayvon Allen chases it down. Idaho comes away with it. Gets it over to Losini Kamara on the fast break, goes up for the lay-in, and it's blocked from behind. An emphatic swat by James Nelson. It remains Idaho ball, but certainly Nelson and the rest of the Northwest Nazarene players on the floor and on the bench fired up after that. Kamara did his best, but we see the replay on the Jumbotron here at CenturyLink Arena in Boise, and it was swatted away. Smith Francisco comes out. Blakeney with his 3 fouls into the game. Inbounds pass goes to Mitchell. Tries a 3. It's blocked. Mitchell has the ball knocked out of bounds, and nope, they will say it was last touched by Idaho. NNU flying around right now for the Vandals. They have been held scoreless the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Idaho making just one of their last 5 field goals. The momentum certainly with the Nighthawks right now. Here's a catch and shoot 3. Diaz for the lead. He gets it, and the Nighthawks have the edge. 45-44, NNU on top. The Vandals led by 9 twice in the second half, but right now Northwest Nazarene with the lead. Xavier Smith seen his first second half minutes. Who can step up here for the Vandals? Cameron Tyson on the bench. He is the game's top scorer still with his 13 points. Allen has 12, but none in the second half. Drives, looks for the floater, misses off the back of the iron. Blakeney tips around the ball and gets a big offensive rebound for the Vandals, and he's hit from behind. And that will be a foul on Northwest Nazarene. That is one thing, Northwest Nazarene. A lot of fouls in this game, but they've been evenly distributed. That's going to be the 6th personal foul, though. The Vandals might have some chances late in this game at the charity stripe. Smith smacks the ball from the baseline, looking for somewhere to go. Gets it back into some traffic over to Kamara. Back in the corner to Smith. Fresh shot clock for the Vandals to work with. Idaho down by 1. NNU on quite the run here, and there will be an offensive foul called on Idaho. It's on Scott Blakeney on the illegal screen, and that's his 4th personal foul. Blakeney, who's averaging 13 points per game, that's the 2nd most for the Vandals, picks up his 4th foul with 12 minutes and 34 seconds left to go. So Idaho is going to send Blakeney over to the bench, and the Vandals will go with a small lineup that we haven't seen this year. Smith Francisco, Blakeney both on the bench. Rodriguez comes in, more of a 4. He's at the 5. Kamara, a 6'3" guard at the 4. But Cameron Tyson back in the game. If he gets a hot hand for the Vandals, that's so huge. Here's a pass down low. Burkett gets it, spin around, puts up the shot. It is no good, but a foul will be called on Idaho. Cameron Tyson picking up the foul. It's his 2nd personal. A 7-0 run for Northwest Nazarene. Vandals down by 1. Idaho is strong into the first half. An impressive start of the second half. They built that lead up to as many as 9 twice in the second half. Here's Burkett at the line. The first is up, and it's good. Make it an 8-0 run. NNU up 46-44. Burkett, just his 2nd game back, was out with an ankle injury. Made his season debut, had 6 points on Tuesday. And that win for the Nighthawks over the College of Idaho. Next foul shot goes as well, 47-44. Northwest Nazarene a 3-point lead. Xavier Smith tries to take it all the way himself, and he does. Smith, who walked on at Oregon State last year, comes up with a bucket when the Vandals needed it the most, just muscled his way towards the basket. Now can the defense get some stops, and on top of that, get some rebounds. Burkett trying to drive again. Does he draw another foul? He does. The shot went in. It will not count. The foul will be on the floor, and that will take us to another break. 1-1 coming up for Northwest Nazarene. Clock stop with 11 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in the game. Idaho trails Northwest Nazarene 47-46. This is the Idaho Central Credit Union Idaho Vandals Radio Network from Learfield. Jalen Burkett at the line, 1-1. Here's the first shot. It is good. He earns a 2nd. And the Northwest Nazarene lead expands to 2. 11 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in the game. Idaho finished the first half strong, had an impressive start to the second half, and led by 9 twice, but NNU has come battling back. Here's the next foul shot. It is good. And the lead back at 3 for the Nighthawks, 49-46. Burkett has been strong off of the bench in this game. The Vandals have made just one of their last 6 field goals. And for the Vandals, they've been on the wrong end of an 11-2 run for the Nighthawks. Cameron Tyson drives, goes up, off balance shot is no good. Diaz gets the board for the Nighthawks. Up to Burkett. Burkett flips it over to Arms. Arms now to Diaz. Thought about the three. Down low it goes. Burkett trying to post up on Rodriguez. Puts up a contested shot. No good. Vandals tip the ball around. It goes to Trayvon Allen, and Allen is fouled near midcourt. Burkett just a bit too aggressive there. That's going to be team foul number 7. And Idaho is going to have to make hay at the foul line. The Vandals in this game were just 1 for 6 at the free throw line to get things started out. Things have kind of settled down for them where they are 9 for 14 now at the free throw line. But that's already team foul number 7. Trayvon Allen at the line for 1-1. Allen 0 for 1 at the line. In tonight's game, he's 3 for 5 at the stripe this year. The junior from Lapway. 1-1. Puts up the foul shot. It is good. And he pulls the Vandals within 2. Northwest Nazarene 49, Idaho 47. Allen in this game with 13 points, tied with Tyson as the game's top scorer. Make it 14. He's all alone as the top scorer. He makes the second foul shot. Vandals only trail by 1. 11.5 minutes to go. The Nighthawks up 49-48. Idaho with Smith, Allen, West, Kamara, and Rodriguez. Blakeney on the bench with his 4 fouls. The second leading scorer for the Vandals has been in foul trouble. Roth tries to go down low, pass deflected, taken away by Trayvon Allen. Up to Smith, goes for the lay, and he's fouled from behind. Adonis Arms called for the foul there. That's going to be just his second personal. The only player for the Nighthawks with 3 personal fouls is Jaden Bazant. Smith at the stripe where he's 2 for 4 this season. The first of 2 is up, and it is good. He ties the game up at 49 apiece. Again, the Vandals in this game led by as many as 9 points. NNU in the first half had a 6-point lead when it was 14-8. The Vandals, their 9-point lead, came twice, and they both came in the second half. Smith makes the second foul shot. The Vandals are back on top. 50-49, Idaho with the lead. An 11-2 run for Northwest Nazarene, but the Vandals starting to slow down their momentum. Megwa goes over to Nelson. Left wing 3 up, and it's good. The lead goes back to the Nighthawks. 2-point edge. 52-50. James Nelson, the freshman from Utah, makes his 5th three-pointer. And in the first half, they made just 1 3. Now they are heating up from long range. Here's Jared Rodriguez down low. Off balance 2 is up, and it's good. He had Beto Diaz right in front of him, playing good defense, but went up and around him and ties the game up. 52-52. We've had a tight one here throughout. Vandals led by as many as 9, but NNU came roaring back. 10:15 to play. Megwa goes out to Diaz. Not enough room for the strong shooter to take a shot. Into the corner. Here's Megwa. Tries baseline. His pass going out to the top of the key is deflected. The Vandals come away with it. Smith over to Trayvon Allen. Goes over to Geno West. Not enough time to take the 3. He'll take it. Hand in his face. It's up, and it's no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch, the officials say, by Idaho. The Vandals have still in this game only made 3 3-pointers, and they've all come from Cameron Tyson. That's tough for Idaho. No one else has really stepped up and gotten anything going from beyond the arc. Idaho has not made a second half 3-pointer, and here we are with 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this game. A game that's all tied up at 52 apiece. Beto Diaz gets it down low, kind of pushes Jared Rodriguez out of the way with his backside and makes the basket. So good job. Physical down low. You make the officials call that if they're going to call it. Diaz taking it to the Vandals. And it goes his way there. Nice finish by him. Here's Xavier Smith down low looking for the attempt. No good, but Jared Rodriguez gets the offensive rebound, probably forcing a shot up after. That's no good. NNU with the ball back, up by 2. Nelson looking to drive, nothing there. To a cutting Megwa, finds him, goes up and under. The lay-in is good. What a play by Megwa. And Nelson, an outstanding pass. 56-52. So after the Vandals rallied back and took a brief lead, well, NNU, the upper hand since. Smith picking up his dribble, needing somewhere to go. Finds Rodriguez, hands it back off to him. Smith seen a little daylight, goes to the foul line. Step back jumper on its way, no good. Northwest Nazarene with the ball, and they'll call a foul in the backcourt on Jared Rodriguez. And for Rodriguez, that's his 4th personal foul. So the Vandals starting 5 and they're starting 4. Rodriguez and Blakeney now both have 4 fouls. That is the 8th team foul on Idaho. 8:51 left to go in the game, and the officials are going to take a look at this foul on the monitor. A reminder that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Fairfield Inn & Suites in Moscow, across from the University of Idaho campus. Whether in town for business or pleasure, the Fairfield Inn & Suites has what you need to make it a successful trip. The Fairfield Inn & Suites Moscow, your place on the Palouse. Chris King along with you here at CenturyLink Arena in downtown Boise, Idaho. The host team is part of the Vandal Holiday Hoop Showcase. Idaho taking on UC Santa Barbara tomorrow. But the Vandals here have had their hands full and more. Idaho, well, they trailed for most of the first half, but had a 6-point halftime lead. And Idaho at the start of the second half led by 9 points twice. But NNU came roaring back. They have 3 players in double figures, as Obi Megwa has 11. Beto Diaz has 10, and Adonis Arms has 10 as well. But they have outdueled the Vandals on the glass. That is tough for the Vandals. Northwest Nazarene 31 rebounds, Idaho with just 24. And the Vandals just 3 3-pointers, all 3 of them coming in the first half. The game's top scorer is Trayvon Allen with his 14 points. And Cameron Tyson, he has 13 for Idaho. That last foul being called on Jared Rodriguez, as they were taking a look again at the monitor. Still at the monitor right now. Tomorrow the action here will get started at 5 o'clock. So our coverage here on the Vandal Radio Network, well, the action will begin at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time. So we'd love to have you join us here at CenturyLink Arena. But if you can't be with us in person, it'll be at 6:30 Mountain Time, 5:30 Pacific is when our pregame coverage will begin. Idaho's scheduled to take on UC Santa Barbara at 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific, though our pregame coverage will probably be a little bit longer than normal. So a foul called on Jared Rodriguez. And that is going to send James Nelson to the free throw line. 1-on-1 coming up. He's 0 for 2 at the stripe. He is 4 for 11 at the line this year. The freshman from Salem, Utah, puts up the shot. It is up and it is no good. Vandals catch a break there. Idaho gets the rebound. Who can step up here for the Vandals? The top 2 scorers for Idaho in this game on the floor. Gino West has been the best distributor for the Vandals. And Lucini Kamara just dribbles the ball off his foot. Another turnover. Arms looking for the quick strike. Nothing quite there. Settles in as the Nighthawks set up their half-court offense. Nelson begins to drive out to Roth. Roth is knocked down a 3. Gives it up over to Diaz. Diaz takes a mid-range jumper, comes up short. Rebound by Lucini Kamara. Kamara gives it up to Gino West. West in this game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. Just has 2 turnovers. There's another turnover by the Vandals. A steal for Northwest Nazarene. Megwa goes up, his shot off the mark. Ball tipped up in the air, and Lucini Kamara gets it. Kamara goes over to Trayvon Allen. 3-on-1, and Idaho has the numbers advantage. It's just a floater. Allen had a teammate to his left, to his right, took it himself, and it paid off. 56, now 54, in battling back. Idaho a little more size in there with Cassius Smith-Francisco coming to the game. Jared Rodriguez with his 4 fouls on the bench, so Idaho definitely in some foul trouble. Rodriguez and Blakeney, 2 starters with 4 fouls, and here we are with just under 8 minutes to go. Left wing, Megwa with it. Bazant now back in the game. Arms has it. Takes the screen, pulls up, 3 up, and it is good. He makes the 3-pointer, and Northwest Nazarene has their largest second half lead. They led by 6 in the first half. They are now up by 5 on the Vandals, 59-54. Smith-Francisco over to Cameron Tyson. Boy, if you could get him with the 3-point look, a little bit of daylight, you like to see him take it. Idaho has not made a 3-pointer in the second half. They've only made 3 in this game, and they've all come from Tyson. Can someone else get an open look and knock it down? Allen drives, floater is up. Friendly bounce off the back of the iron, and it drops through the cylinder. 59-56. So Idaho back within 3 here with exactly 7 minutes to play. Nighthawks, the 3-point edge, they have the ball. And there will be a foul called on Idaho. That's going to be team foul number 9, both teams. And the bonus right now, 18 fouls on Northwest Nazarene. The foul's on Gino West. And that will take us to another timeout here, which we will keep right here and remind you that Idaho Farm Bureau members get 2 free tickets to home Vandal basketball games. Just show proof of membership at the Idaho ticket office the week prior to the game to get your tickets. Idaho Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of Idaho Athletics. Northwest Nazarene 59, Idaho 56, and a foul called on Idaho. Again, a look at the numbers. Still an edge on the glass for Northwest Nazarene. They have 32 rebounds, Idaho at 27. The turnovers have been an issue. 63% foul shooter. The preseason All-GNAC selection makes the first, earns the second. A lead back to 4 for the Nighthawks, 60-56. 3 Northwest Nazarene players in double figures. Arms with 13. Magwood now with 11, and Diaz has 10. The second foul shot is up, and it is good. Back to a 10-point Northwest Nazarene lead, 61-56. Under 7 minutes left to go in the game. Gino West brings it up for the Vandals. Gives it up over to Losini Kamara. Now Trayvon Allen has it top of the key. Can Tyson shake loose? Allen trying to get it to him. He does. But right there on him is Sam Roth. Kicks it over to Tyson, right wing. I should say to Allen. Takes a long two. It is up. It is no good. Ball tipped around, but off the hands of Cassius Smits-Francisco. It will be Northwest Nazarene ball. Been a tough second half for the Vandals after the start. Again, Idaho had a 37-29 lead at the start of the second half, and then a 40-31 advantage. But there was a 7-0 run for Northwest Nazarene, and then an 11-2 run. And here they are with a 5-point lead, tied for their largest second half lead. NNU with the ball. Here's a three. Bazant takes it, is up, and it is no good. Rebound for the Vandals. Losini Kamara gets it. Feeds it over to Gino West. Gino West stutter step, starts to drive, ball stripped loose, knocked out of bounds. West wanted the foul call, he won't get it, but NNU knocked it out of bounds, so it remains Idaho ball. Arms comes back into the game. Bazant will head out. Idaho will send back in Scott Blakeney and Jared Rodriguez. Both have 4 fouls. So the Vandals going with their size. Kamara and Smits heading out. Inbounds pass. It's going to be a turnover for Idaho. Taken away. Arms on the fast break. Goes up for the lay-in, and it's good. 63-56. Largest lead of the game for Northwest Nazarene. Idaho looking for the quick strike. It's going to be another Vandal turnover. That is another turnover for Idaho. That is the 19th turnover of this game for the Vandals. Northwest Nazarene up by 7, 5.5 to go. Vandals trying to rally here against the Nighthawks. Magwa thinking about the three, won't take it. Doesn't mind letting a little time go off the clock. Pass to Arms, takes the three, just rims out, no good. Jared Rodriguez gets the rebound. Clears it over to West. Now to Trayvon Allen. Catch and shoot three. It's up and it's good. Right in front of the Vandal bench. Goodness, did the Vandals need that right then, right there. And the most experienced Idaho Vandal player delivers 63-59 after a Trayvon Allen three. Northwest Nazarene a 4-point edge. 5 minutes to go. Magwa looking for a lane. It's sealed off. Gives it over to Roth. The high runner is no good. Battle for the loose ball. Getting it on a bounce is Adentunji, and he makes the putback. Northwest Nazarene's edge, especially on the offensive glass, has been a huge difference in this game. 65-59, 4:40 remaining. West trying to get it to Trayvon Allen, and Allen saves it nearly over and back. Allen just saved it. 13 on the shot clock. Idaho almost coughed it up, and West will get a foul drawn. That will be called on Burkett. So while Rodriguez and Blakeney are both out on the floor with 4 fouls each, Idaho has 4 fewer fouls as a team, yet they have 2 guys with 4 fouls. Northwest Nazarene, no one with 4 fouls. Their fouls have been almost evenly distributed. Burkett will head out. Beto Diaz, the 3rd leading scorer in this game for Northwest Nazarene, back out on the floor. The end of 1-1 right here. West, here's the foul shot. It is on its way. It is no good. Not the miss the Vandals were looking for, and Rodriguez commits his 5th foul of the game. Too aggressive, going after a ball that Beto Diaz was pretty clearly going to get. And Jared Rodriguez fouls out of the game. That is a tough, tough loss for the Vandals, losing Rodriguez. Vandals will send in Xavier Smith and Losini Kamara. And not only do you lose Rodriguez there, You send Northwest Nazarene to the line, and now it's 2 shots. Spider Adetunji will be at the line. Adetunji 8 points in this game, though he's 0 for 2 at the stripe. Vandals down by 6. Northwest Nazarene, 2 foul shots coming their way. 4.5 minutes to go. Here's the first. It's on its way. It is no good. Northwest Nazarene, after trailing by 9, rallying, and now with a 6-point advantage. Adetunji, here's the next foul shot, comes up short, he misses both. Losini Kamara gets the rebound for the Vandals. Idaho looking for some rhythm on offense, something that hasn't been easy for them here in the second half. And to protect the ball, here's a pass to Losini Kamara. Kamara starts to drive. Step back jumper is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Sam Roth, another rebound. Northwest Nazarene +6 on the glass. They are up by 6. 4 minutes to play. Here's a 3. It is up, and it is good from Sam Roth. Largest lead of the game for Northwest Nazarene. 68-59. The Vandals are down. Idaho making just 1 second-half three-pointer. They are down by 9 after leading by 9 in the second half. 3:48 left to go. Allen peering down low, gets it to Tyson. He'll take a 3. It is up, and it's good. Tyson answers back. 68-62. Timeout taken on the floor. And with that, we will take our final. Tough second half for the Vandals. Idaho led by 9 at the start of the second half. But Northwest Nazarene came rallying back, took a 9-point lead of their own. Vandals down by just 6, though, after a Tyson 3. Arms has it right wing, guarded by Trayvon Allen. He starts to drive, puts up a shot, and it is good. Arms answers for Northwest Nazarene, 70-62. The lead back to 8 for the Nighthawks. Cameron Tyson, boy, if you give him a little bit of room, he's dangerous from beyond the arc. And the Vandals get some good looks here. Here's the pass to Tyson, catch and shoot 3. He's open, puts it up, that's no good. Did have an open look. Idaho could not get that one to fall, though. Rebound by the Nighthawks. Under 3 minutes left to go. Bazant, stutter step, gives it over to Vito Diaz. Now to Arms. Arms behind the back move. Step back 2 is up, and it is good. Rattled around before dropping through. The Nighthawks have their largest lead of the game. 72-62. Time not on the Vandals' side right now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Tyson right wing looking down low for Blakeney. There'll be a foul from behind. Blakeney will go to the line for 2 shots. That's the start of the double bonus. Is this the 10th team foul in the second half for Northwest Nazarene? Jared Rodriguez fouling out in this game. Blakeney on the floor with his 4 fouls. Having those guys limited has certainly hurt the Vandals, but credit Northwest Nazarene. They have played a strong game here tonight, and they were down by 9 and came rallying back. First foul shot is up, and it is good. 72-63. This one's certainly not over yet, though the margin for error for Idaho is certainly getting smaller and smaller as those last grains of sand keep falling through the hourglass. Here's the next foul shot. It is good as well. Blakeney makes both. Vandals down by 8, 72-64 with 2:29 remaining. So with 4 fouls, Don Verlin will opt to swap out Blakeney and bring in Smits Francisco on the defensive end. Idaho 19 turnovers, 5 more turnovers, 6 less rebounds. Not a good recipe for the Vandals in this game. Chopping wood here if you're the Vandals. Take it one at a time, just looking for a defensive stop. And you go from there. Arms right wing, trying to crossover move. It's a travel. So Idaho gets the ball back now with 2:11 to go. James Nelson comes in the game, going a little bit smaller. And Spider Adetunji will head out. Xavier Smith running the point for the Vandals right now. Smith starting to drive, looking for some contact. Ball stripped loose, goes back out to Trayvon Allen. Idaho would like to get something, get it here quickly. Here's Allen on the runner, draws a foul, and Trayvon will go to the line with 2 minutes to go. Vandals down by 8. Allen heads to the stripe. Both teams in the double bonus. Allen 21 points here in this game. His career high came on senior day 2 years ago as a freshman with Victor Sanders out. The Vandals beat Weber State, and he had 25. First foul shot is up, and it is no good. Idaho at the line in this game, shooting above their season average. Vandals 15 for 22 at the stripe. Here's the second. The most experienced Vandal makes it. It's now 72-65. Vandals trail by 7. 2 minutes to go. Northwest Nazarene trying to come away with the victory here in Boise tonight. Magwa bringing it up, taking his sweet time. Gets it across half court. If you're NNU, you're fine seeing time drip off that clock right now. It's a luxury that they've created for themselves. Pass to Nelson, out of Bazant. 10 on the shot clock. Question is, taking that much time off the clock, can they get a good look at the end? Bazant begins to drive it, slapped away from behind and cleanly by Kamara. Nice play as Bazant got by him. But Kamara salvaged it and knocked it out of bounds. Remains NNU ball, at least that's the initial call, as the officials will take a look at this on the monitor. If NNU gets it back, there is 6 seconds on the shot clock. For Idaho, there's 1:35 left to go in this game. They are down by 7 to Northwest Nazarene. And if you're Paul Rush right now, the second-year head coach of the Nighthawks, you are drawing up the best inbounds play that you have. It is Northwest Nazarene ball. What do you have in your bag of tricks? Again, mentioned it before, but worth mentioning again. Northwest Nazarene clearly winning the battle on the glass. 37 boards for them, 30 for Idaho. The Vandals, the turnovers really hurting the team. 19 for the Vandals, 15 for the Nighthawks. Magwell will inbound the ball left of the basket. He has Allen in front of him. He gets it in. It goes to Arms. Arms behind the back move. 3 on the shot clock. Puts it up. It is no good. Battle for the loose ball. Cameron Tyson gets it. Feeds it back over to Xavier Smith. Vandals with the ball. Down by 7. 1:25 left to go. Idaho needs to strike here quick. Gino West goes to his right. Begins to drive. Tries a wraparound pass. Ball tipped up in the air. Was touched out of bounds by West. Northwest Nazarene ball. Idaho in this game was up 40-31. 42-25 stretch for the Nighthawks since Idaho was up 42-25, or I should say, since they were up 40-31. They're showing the replay on the monitor here. Seems like they made the right call. Again, tomorrow, a full day of basketball, full evening of basketball, more like it. Still get to enjoy the holiday weekend. Maybe get to that shopping that you haven't already done if you didn't get your fill or still have some money after shopping today. Check out some hoops here at CenturyLink Arena in downtown Boise tomorrow, starting at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time. Portland State will face Northwest Nazarene. And then scheduled for a 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific Time tip-off. Our coverage will begin at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain here on the Vandal Radio Network. Idaho will take on UC Santa Barbara. Here's a pass, cross-court heave, goes to Magwa, and it is good. They go with the home run ball. It pays off. 9-point Northwest Nazarene lead with 1:05 remaining in the game. Vandals trail. Xavier Smith drives, goes for the lay, and it is good. Count the bucket. He gets a whistle as well. That is what the Vandals were looking for there. 74-67. And Xavier Smith heads to the line, trying to complete this 3-point play. Vandals not a lot of luxury here. If it gets to the point where they have to foul, 10 fouls for both teams. Foul shot is up, and it is good. 74-68. Vandals down by 6. Idaho pressure in the backcourt. Ball taken away. Allen gets it. Goes up. His shot is blocked. Battle for the loose ball. Knocked out of bounds, and it will be Northwest Nazarene ball. Don Verlin pointing to the monitor saying, take a look at this. He had a good view, thinking that it was tipped out of bounds by the Nighthawks. Allen gets the steal in the backcourt. Idaho a miss on the quick strike attempt. And then on the battle for the loose ball after the miss. That's where the question comes in. So Allen looking for a foul. Strong defense that time by Sam Roth. Here's knocked out of bounds. Yeah, that was last touched by Idaho. They show it on the big screen here at CenturyLink Arena. And that is pretty clearly last touched by Idaho, at least from the vantage point we have here, looking at the replay. Trayvon Allen, 22 points, 3 shy of tying his career high. Adonis Arms, 19 points for him, 6 rebounds, 5 steals. Idaho, 20 turnovers. And that has been so crucial here in this game. NNU also strong in the paint. 40 points in the paint, 11 second chance points. 12 offensive rebounds for Northwest Nazarene. So it will be NNU ball. The Vandals will look for another steal. Full length of the court to go. Idaho also looking to prevent what just happened prior to that possession. A quick strike. Full length of the court to go. Bazant gets the inbounds pass. It goes to Megwa. Megwa now to Arms. They're just happy to dribble around. And finally a foul will come in as the Vandals foul Arms. Stops the clock with 48 seconds left to go. 6-point game. Though one thing Idaho has going for them, Northwest Nazarene, they've done a lot of things really well in this game. They've not been particularly strong at the free throw line. They are 9 for 19 at the charity stripes, so shooting under 50%. Arms, who's at the line with 2 shots coming his way, is 2 for 4. The Nighthawks top scorer, averaging 17 points per game. He's above his average with 19 here tonight. Here's the first of 2. It's on its way, and it is good. 75-68 the score. Idaho has not had a lot of luck to start this year. That's not talking about anything with this game, just the guy you're expected to have as your top returning scorer back, Nate Sherwood. Some really unfortunate health issues, and he's not expected to play this year. Markel Frazier, really impressed in the 2 games. Out, not 100% as the next foul shot is good, making it 76-68. So many newcomers, so many young faces, and so far the Vandals have had their struggles. Shot put up by Xavier Smith, no good there for the putback attempt is Scott Blakeney. And now Northwest Nazarene will go to the line, and the Vandals, well, it's been an uphill battle the last couple of minutes, but they might turn from an uphill battle to an insurmountable battle. And credit to Northwest Nazarene. If they are able to pull off the victory tonight, and here they are up by 8 with 38 seconds left to go. They have played an awfully strong game, and they have done what they needed to do. They have out-rebounded the Vandals. They have committed fewer turnovers than the Vandals. Meg with the line, the first of 2 is up, it is no good. Again, Vandals down by 8, 38 seconds remain. And Northwest Nazarene, really a great opportunity for them. They get to play 2 D1 teams. They get to do it so close to their campus, and they've made the most of their opportunity so far. Next foul shot is good. 76-68. Vandals, or I should say 77-68, excuse me. Vandals with it, 33 seconds left to go. Kamara spinning around, pass goes out to Allen. Allen looking for something, 27 seconds. Step back jumper, it is good. 77-70. Timeout called by the Vandals with 24 seconds remaining. But for the Vandals, well, they've only had 1 3-pointer from someone not named Cameron Tyson. And we saw that in the team's last game against Nicholls State. At Idaho, or I should say the last game against Bethesda, which the Vandals ended up winning. But Idaho been able to score. Not really a ton of guys from beyond the arc outside of Cameron Tyson, but we'll talk to Don Verlin after the game, and regardless if Idaho is able to rally and win this one. 4 to go. Vandals pressing, doing everything they can to force a turnover. On the baseline, the pass goes back to Roth. He goes to Bazan, now gets it to Arms, over to Diaz. They're just trying to dribble this out as much as they can. Vandals trying to foul, but right now they haven't been able to. 17 seconds and counting, 15 seconds and counting. And the Vandals finally foul, 13 seconds remaining. And that looks to be the icing on the cake for the Vandals. They were hoping the fat lady was not quite ready to sing, but we might be hearing the first notes from her right now. 13 seconds to go. Nighthawks at the line, and the line from Paul Rush, the head coach for Northwest Nazarene, in the preview story about this game in the Idaho statements. Every Division II guy feels like they got overlooked by the Division I level. They get an opportunity to try to prove themselves. No doubt loaded for bear, taking on a Division I team tonight. They'll do that tomorrow as well against Portland State. And right now, the Nighthawks have had the upper hand in this game. And the Vandals, barring a miracle, that's going to be the end story tonight, as the Nighthawks will have the upper hand. Misses both foul shots. Idaho gets the rebound. 10 seconds and counting. Idaho looking for something to do. Trying to get a shot off. Goes to Tyson. 5 seconds. He'll take a three. It won't be enough. It is good as time expires. 77-74. But NNU inbounds the ball. They heave it up in the air, and that will do it. Northwest Nazarene gets the win over Idaho tonight. A final score of 77-73. The Vandals with the loss, now 1-3 on the season. The Nighthawks now 5-0 on the year. We will